Let's say we have to configure OSPF and we're in a race to do that for an entire autonomous system. Well, how long is it going to take for us to do that? Well, here's my step-by-step. First, I have a topology on the screen that is going to help me understand where areas go. But I'm going to do a show IP interface brief. I'll look at my interfaces. By the way, I don't have OSPF running on any of these routers. So we'll do router OSPF1. Then I'll look at my interfaces. And I'll do this for any interfaces in the 10 network. I might set up the passive interface commands on what are likely going to my VLANs. It's .16. It's interesting that caret is pointing in the wrong way. Okay, so using passive interface to make sure we're good, I'm going to go over to R2 and do a similar thing. Getting in the habit of doing a show IP interface brief early when you're doing network commands, I think is really essential. Remind you what area we're doing this for. We're going to say 10.1. Could actually do 10.1. We'll just be a little creative here. Probably going to form, no, I'm going to take that back. We're not going to form adjacencies because R1 is set up with passive interface. And just for completeness, I'm going to do the passive interface command here. I'm not going to do it on every single place that would be appropriate, but I want you to get a sense of what would be done. So now we're on R3. We have to be careful here. We're going to do 10.1. 0.31. So I'm expecting two neighborships to form. What I'm trying to do is exclude R3 and R4 from area 123, and I think I did that. Looks good. All my interfaces in the 10 network are going to be area 0 on this one. Ooh, and I think I failed to enable the right network command on R3. It just occurred to me. So we're going to fix that right now. Should get a neighborship relatively quickly on that if I've done it right. 34. R3 and R4 should be peered, but we're not getting a neighborship. So I suspect I typoed something here. That is my IP address that is going to R4. Wow, just took a little bit longer than is normal. Okay. Serves me right for slowing down to check things. I got that neighborship. So we're going to go to R5. Just going to speed up here. Hopefully you're getting the idea. I'm going to do a network command 172.16. 33. Area 0. I'm going to do that same thing on R4. Configuring the WAN connectivity at this point. That's the WAN connection from R4 to R6 that is not the frame relay connection. Let's look at the rest of R5. 72.16.32. Make sure we advertise that link above R5. Network 72. 3. I think we're good on R5. Move to R6. There's a little bit more to do on R6. Should be able to hear me typing away. Being unnecessarily funky with my wildcard masks, but you get the idea. You might not do it that way, but it's nice to have seen it done. Hopefully you're in agreement with me on that one. And finally, we'll be really sloppy here. Just say network. I should have a full autonomous system configured at this point. I got two very quick adjacencies. Look at my routing table. Ping one of the far side routers on the... And actually, let's look at the whole routing table. Show IP route. Spacebar through it. We can see the IA routes. Those are going to routes outside of my area, and I'm concealing, but it doesn't really matter next hop IP address and how long it's been at the table. So forgive me that. I'd rather have it nice and big than small. Okay. Intra-area routes, those within my area, represented with the O. So we've got some very powerful routing information here. And I'll just do a ping to make sure that everything is up and running. We've got a fully configured autonomous system for OSPF, multi-area, a little bit of passive interface, and we're at the perfect place where we would be able to tune and grow and optimize our OSPF autonomous system over time.